In your headlines, another fire broke out at the Providenciales landfill over the weekend. And drafted TCI NFL player Faion Hicks touched down in Turks. From the PTV Broadcasting Headquarters in Providenciales, your #1 source for news, I'm Erica Pinales, delivering the latest from across the country this Monday, July 18th, 2022, right to your door. Newswatch starts now. New updates on the fire at the Providenciales landfill suggest that it could have been set intentionally. We bring you the details.
Early Saturday, July 16th, 2022, the TCIG released a press statement notifying the public that yet another landfill fire was discovered at a separate location and that the Environmental Health Department was deeply concerned that this could be the doing of persons with malicious intent. The Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force was made aware of this development. The EHD also announced that the landfill will be closed off from the general public until further notice due to the concerns previously mentioned. The gate will only be accessible for persons aiding the department to mitigate the fire and authorized contractors pertaining to waste collection and management of the dump site. The EHD assured the public that they are, quote, committed to safeguarding public health while also creating an environment that is healthy and aesthetically pleasing to both residents and visitors to enjoy, end quote. The department is asking for patience and understanding from the public during these challenging times. For PTV News, I'm Khalees Williams.
Newly drafted NFL player Faion Hicks, a son of TCI soil, has come home, and here's what he's been up to. Take a look. Hicks's NFL draft earlier this year makes him the very first ever Turks and Caicos Islander to actually transition from university to the Pro League. He said he was happy to be in the Turks and Caicos Islands for the first time. Faion Hicks, the Denver Broncos rookie with strong Turks and Caicos roots, was in the Turks and Caicos Islands not only on vacation, but to engage the youth in the possibility of starting a football groundswell in this country. Hicks said he has been in talks with his agent and teammates about the possibility of staging yearly football summer camps in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Upon his visit, Hicks's family members here in the TCI held a meet and greet where they expressed to him how proud they were.
So we just want to wish you the best, and we trust that as you come to strive in your new area of sports, that you'll always remember the support that you have from your family, and that God will continue to use you and bless you in your chosen area.
Hicks also met with members of cabinet during his visit and was added to the list of TCI ambassadors. Hicks said he was looking forward to enjoying the Turks and Caicos Islands to the fullest, saying that he could not wait to whet his appetite on the local cuisine. Stay tuned for more of this story in a subsequent newscast. The Mediation Center for the TCI is officially open. Take a look.
The judiciary of the Turks and Caicos unveiled the new Mediation and Restoration Center at Emily House on Leeward Highway in Providenciales. The event happened at 10 a.m. and multiple ministers and members of the judiciary were in attendance. The event kicked off with Reverend Frederick Brathwaite leading in prayer, followed by remarks from the acting governor, Her Excellency Anya Williams.
I am pleased to be here today to support the judiciary of the Turks and Caicos Islands in the commissioning of the Mediation Center. I wish to commend the judiciary, in particular Madam Chief Justice, on the reforms that she's leading aimed at improving our judicial system here in the Turks and Caicos Islands.
The Honorable Attorney General Rhonda Lee Brathwaite Knowles was next up to the podium, speaking about the astounding job the Honorable Chief Justice Mabel M. Ajamang has been doing.
My lady, you are certainly being faithful to that mission that you were called by the Judicial Service Commission not very long ago. And as as Her Excellency, the Acting Governor, has indicated, we have seen almost a transformation of our justice system in the islands as a result of the efforts that have been led by our Honorable Chief Justice.
Director of Public Prosecutions, Mr. Eugene Otunye, spoke about the training provided to court-collected mediators.
Training on the rules followed on September 20, 2021. 3 weeks earlier, the first batch of court court-connected mediators completed their rigorous training, ready to mediate in civil matters with the court-connected mediation rules that came into force on the 15th of October 2021. This was followed by the restorative justice rigorous training for practitioners in restorative justice process in April 2022.
The Honorable Chief Justice Mabel M. Ajame then went on to explain what the Mediation Center stands for and its use.
The Mediation Center is dedicated to the use of persons throughout the islands who wish to have their disputes mediated, as well as victims of and persons impacted by crime who seek to achieve healing and closure through the victim-offender mediation referred to as restorative justice, providing comfort to allow for meaningful mediation of disputes as well as the facilitation of the restorative process. Provided in this space for the use of mediators, facilitators, and parties are 2 conference rooms equipped with electronic capability, an office for a mental health practitioner who may need to assess the suitability of cases for the restorative process, an office for mediators and facilitators where they will prepare for the sessions by reading through the briefs assigned to them, an office for the ADR administrator who will assist mediators and facilitators and parties, a notice board that will provide information on mediation dates and other information.
It's time for a quick break. More News Watch when we return.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to News Watch. On July 8, 2022, a press conference was held by the Minister of Education, Honorable Rachel Taylor, on the ministry's strategic plan to address special needs to the TCI, and they say that work is being done. Let's take a look. The ministry held a press conference on Friday, July 8th, to clarify some misconceptions, as they said, that have been circulating in the media. This, as we know, was in response to the announcement of Ashley's Learning Center supposedly having to shut down due to lack of funds.
As the population have been growing, we also notice an increase in the number of schools that are being established in the Turks and Caicos Islands. We're talking about special needs schools, regular school, early childhood school, high school, and the like. Recognizing the increase in this number of schools, the ministry and department have a mandate and a responsibility to properly regulate these schools, to ensure that when you, the parents, send your student to these schools, you are rest assured that the students will come out with something. They will learn something. We want to make sure that these schools are not babysitting clubs, that when students go in there, after a year or 2, they have something to show that they are getting the professional service that they deserve. We owe that to our students.
The permanent secretary said that the ministry over the past couple of years have been developing national standards to guide and regulate the performance of schools.
We have, for your benefit, positive discipline policy, positive behavior policy that speaks to this children's behavior. We have early childhood policies. We have school standards, special needs policies, a slew of those. I just showed you these to give you an example of some of the work we've been doing. Now, in the area of special needs specifically, we have developed 2 key standard documents: special need program and the special needs standards document. The special needs standard document speaks to, and I'll read one section of it, students with special needs should have access to educational program based on empirically validated hierarchies of instruction objective. Each child must contain measurable performance criteria.
The ministry says that one of the issues they have is that when they are regulating schools, they hold schools to improve their performance in delivering the education requirement.
And one of the issues here is that we have been working with the Ashley Learning Center for years to bring them up to the standards of the special needs standard. My minister will speak a little bit more of the working relationship, the support we have been providing through the school, as well as many other schools that we have been working with to ensure that we bring them up to the national approved standards. We refute any perception or allegation that the government have not, or the ministry have not been doing anything in the area of special needs. We have close to 200 students diagnosed with special needs. Most of these students are in our classroom, are in our public schools. We have significantly increased the number of special needs teachers in our public schools to meet their need. Is it enough? No. We will always say that we need to do more, and we agree, we accept that, and we are doing more. Right now, we have a proposal on the table that we're working on to develop a special needs school, which would house upwards to 60 or more students. These are some of the initiatives that are ongoing, and we continue to provide support to our special needs students. We are open to receiving support, to provide support to anyone or any partner that want to partner with the ministry towards meeting the needs of our students.
The ministry say they are open to anyone or any partner that wants to partner with the ministry towards meeting the needs of our students.
However, we want to emphasize that in doing so, there are standards that must be met. We continue to have reports of schools, in particular, parents complaining that their students are not getting the proper support that they need. In this case, we have been working with the school, Ashley Learning Center, to provide those support, to bring them up to the standards that we want. And as such, we will continue to provide support to any other institution that are willing to work with us, because our key objective is ensuring that every school, every student get the maximum benefit that they deserve.
The ministry says that they would like to ensure that students in the TCI receive the best form of education, as the aim is success for every learner. Honorable Rachel Taylor provided a holistic view of special needs and the ministry's progress thus far.
As minister responsible for education, my mandate is to provide policy leadership and oversight to progressive initiatives which ensure that the right mechanisms are in place to provide access to quality education in modern and well-resourced institutions, and different pathways to ensure success for every learner. To this end, just as my predecessors did, my ministry continues to work with established and new private educational institutions in an effort to increase classroom and quality education access for all of our students. Hence, contrary to what may have been making rounds in social media yesterday, we as a ministry remain committed to supporting our students and families especially those with special needs.
Honorable Taylor denied the supposed accusations which were made by Angela Williams, founder of Ashley's Learning Center, and said the statements are without merit and very disappointing.
Especially considering the long partnership that we currently have with Ashley's Learning Center. Let me focus on partnership and collaboration. The Ministry of Education has had a long-tenured partnership with Ashley's Learning Center, as in the case with many other private educational institutions operating in the country, and that was previously mentioned by my PS, Mr. Clevel. It is always our goal and commitment to work collaboratively and strategically with our partners in education to provide access to additional placement of our students as we continue to phase expansion of our public schools to meet growing population demands.
Stay tuned for more of this story in your subsequent newscast. Don't touch that remote. We'll be right back. Coming up next is your weather forecast.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Here's the latest in your weather forecast.
For the nation's capital, Grand Turk, mainly sunny skies, high 84, low 79, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. For South Caicos, mainly sunny skies, high 84, low 79, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. For North and Middle Caicos, sunshine and mixed clouds, high 85, low 79, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. For Parrot and Pine Key, mainly sunny skies, high 85, low 79, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. And on Providenciales, mainly sunny skies, high 85, low 79, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise 6:17 a.m., sunset 7:35 p.m. Now for your high and low tides, 12:41 a.m., 1:18 p.m., low tides 6:57 a.m., 7:32 p.m. And for your hurricane outlook, For the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico, tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 5 days. And that's it for your weather forecast and hurricane outlook.
And that brings us to the end of this edition of The Real News. I hate to leave you so soon, but of course, you can join us right back here every weekday at 6:30 p.m. and tap into our social media platforms at www.ptv8tci.com. I'm Erica Penales, keeping you informed, updated, and affiliated. Until next time.